Hello, this is Guillermo with the EzaQua Xperience in Savusavu, Fiji. And as you saw in the previous video, we set up a long line and we built our long line system out of stainless steel rods. So I'm going to demonstrate what the motor does. You've seen the motor before, but I think you've seen it, what it actually does. So this right here is what the fishermen currently use with this line right here, 400-pound test line. And when they drop a line, they're having to crank a whole lot when they drop that line 200 to 500 meters. And probably max they can bring up is maybe one big fish. So we're trying to set something up to make it easier to bring that line in and out, but we're going to use the long line. This is what they actually use for commercial fishing. So we're going to use this long line. It's just wrapped around the same spool. I don't want to take that line out, so we're going to use that same spool. And this spool is going here, right up here to a pulley, right here to a pulley. And we're just going to lift these weights up, these temporary weights over here. So we're going to lift these as weights, okay? You're going to see what it takes manually to lift them up, and then you're going to see what the system helps us do. So I'm going to first demonstrate so you can get an idea of what it takes just to lift that up right there. So manually, okay, this is what it takes just for those two pieces. Okay, pretty strong, pretty hard to get that, to crank that in, okay? Okay. So what we've done is we took this wheelchair motor, adapted it. Motor has a brake on it. This is what the wheel used to look like. And that's what we're left with, the drum, with the rim of the wheel. Then we built this box here. This box is a regular battery box, but we put in a solenoid into the box. That solenoid is what kicks the motor in and out. Now, because the motor is 24 volts and the brake is 12 volt, we have to use 24 and 12 volts. Now we're only going to use 12 volt on the whole system, so hopefully it'll all do what it's supposed to do. Now let me show you what it looks like when we use the motor. You saw how hard it was for me to try to crank that in without the motor. Now we're going to use the motor to try and crank it in. So all we do simply is put one wrap around this drum. That's it. If we put two wraps, it makes it much easier, but we're only going to do one wrap around that drum for now. The more wraps, the easier it gets to pull the line in. So we'll just do one wrap for now. Okay, so that's set. You saw the effort that I had to put into turning it. With this box, we get a switch, and that switch simply kicks the motor in and out. Okay. So the motor can spin as long as I don't put pressure on it, nothing happens. I'm going to hit the switch myself, and I'm going to roll. Okay, literally 2 fingers. 2 fingers, I can lift the same weight up with literally 2 fingers. Okay, that's all it takes to lift that weight up. I can let it down, and I can let it go. That's it, that's what it takes. That's how easy this makes the job. So obviously you can see it makes the effort probably 5% of what it used to be. It used to be 100% effort trying to crank that up. Only takes 2 fingers to crank it up with this doing the winding, the bringing in. And all we're doing with this is simply reeling our line in. This is doing all the work. So that's how we do that. This drum here, we can put that drum in it. And this drum can be used for this fishing line, the regular fishing line. But we can spool all the line here. So they can do their fishing right off of that spool right there. So that's what we're going to try. We're headed to Taveuni, if not this week, next week. And we're going to actually put this system to work. This is already built to mount right onto the boat. So we'll try it out and see how it goes. So thank you for watching, and we'll get you an update once we get to Taveuni.